How important are recommendation letters and how do you coach a student to ask for them well? Recommendation letters matter more than most families realize and are managed worse than almost any other part of the application. Let me give you the specific playbook for getting good ones. On importance, at schools that use holistic review, which includes all of the highly selective schools, recommendation letters are read carefully. They're not a rubber stamp. A generic, worn, vague letter from a teacher who doesn't know your student well does real damage. An enthusiastic but non-specific letter that says things like one of the best students I've had the pleasure of teaching, but without any specific examples is nearly useless. A letter that actively vouches for a specific dimension of the student's intellectual character with specific anecdotes, specific moments, specific evidence. Now that can genuinely move a file. So the practical implication is the letter is only as good as the relationship and the briefing. Both of those things your student can influence. On relationship, your students should be asking for recommendations from teachers who know them well as people, not just as students. The teacher who has seen your student struggle with something and push through it, the teacher who your student has talked to after class, the teacher whose subject your student has gone deeper in outside of what was required. The grade in that class matters less than the relationship. Now, on briefing, most students ask for a recommendation with a single email and then wait. That is a mistake. A good briefing includes a written document that gives the teacher three things. One, a refresher on specific moments and interactions the student wants highlighted. Not telling the teacher what to say, but reminding them of the moments that best represent the student. Second, context about where the student is applying and what narrative they're building, so the letter can be coherent with the rest of the application. Third is a clear deadline with reminders. Teachers who wrote strong letters are writing them for students who made it easy, so make it easy for the recommenders. One thing I do with every family I work with is build what I call a recommendation briefing document, a one-page guide the student gives to each teacher that includes the narrative they're building, the specific moments they would like highlighted, and the deadline with reminders built in. It takes 30 minutes to build and it meaningfully improves the quality of every letter the student receives. Most students never do it. They don't even think of that they could do this. So most students also get generic letters.